Okay, hello. Hello. That looks all right. That looks all right. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to the Lewis Schaffer Uncooked live stream with Claire and Gnome and Darklands coming in. And Alan. Okay. We're gonna talk. Yesterday we had a little argument or somebody disagreed with me, and I mean maybe I should wait a bit before so more people can come in if they are gonna come in. Or maybe this is my last show. Oh, this is what kills me about this thing. Now I've got the double feedback because I leave the thing on. Okay, we're back on track. We're back on track. I apologize for that. I apologize for that. Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure everything is working. Light, light, light. I'm not a normal person. That's why. Okay. All right. I'm being criticized. I'm not being criticized. Hello, girl from Mars. Please don't abandon us. I'm not abandoning you. Shalom, says Jed. So there we go. We're speaking the national language of New York. Shalom. Shalom. That's a bit. What side is that? That's a bit bright on that side. Let me move this back. How about that? Maybe that'll be better. Maybe that's going to be better. I think that looks all right. That looks all right. Let me fix my hair. Thank you for coming, Jedster, Claire. What? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's very low. Thank you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Joodles just got home. Whoops. Joodle just got home. Okay, can you hear me now? Gnome Hunter is here. Mr. Cuff is here. Uh, Girl from Mars. I just said that. Didn't I just say that? Alan Williams. Darklands. I didn't say hello to Darklands. Hello, Darklands. I mean, I don't know whether, what's her name is going to be here. I hope she comes back. I hope she comes back. I mean, people come back. Let them come back. I don't mean, and I didn't call anybody a liar. Somebody said that I called, what's her name, a liar yesterday. And I did not call her a liar. I just said, I don't believe you. I didn't even say I don't believe you. I'd say I need some proof. I need some proof. That's all I'm saying. I need some proof. So can you hear me now? Is everything hearable? We've got lots of wires. Lots of wires here. Lots of wires here. Lots of wires here. I'm all right today. I went outside, I picked up rubbish in the rain because I'm a great guy. So anything I say to you, what I was thinking about, I was talking about this with someone. Maybe I shouldn't mention anyway. And then I think because everyone here agrees with everything that I say, you all do. I mean, what's there to disagree with? You all agree with everything that I say, whether it's AIDS doesn't exist, or whether there's no such thing as a germ, or whether you don't need to bathe, or you don't need to shampoo. You agree with me. You agree with me that women are horrible. You all agree. Is there anybody here who disagrees with me? I don't think there's a single person who disagrees. Let's get back down here. Mr. Cuff is here. Do you disagree with any of that? No. Everybody agrees. But just for the sake of peace. Okay? Claire says I'm a great guy. We all agree. There's not one thing that anyone can disagree with. But there are some things that people disagree with me on. Maybe they don't think that women are horrible. Maybe they actually think there's an HIV or a maybe that they believe the vaccine works. Maybe they believe the vaccine doesn't work. Whatever it is, I'm going to get together, and I know you guys are not going to mind this. I'm going to put on the Discord. I'm going to an agreement saying I understand what Lewis is saying, and I promise never to disagree with me. Women are horrible, but not all of them. They are all horrible, but not all of the time, and we still need them. I'm gonna I don't know who could have a problem with this. You will all sign this thing and just say, Lewis, I agree with everything that you say. Everything. And I promise not to have a disagreement or an argument with you. I mean, is that is that wrong to do? Because that way you know. That way you know. Let's put this over here. That way you know what the story is. Am I right? Isn't that fair? I'm asking you a question. Does anybody here, could anybody have a problem with that? To make sure that everything that I'm going to say, you've already thought of yourself and you agree with me. What about you, Joodles? How could you be against something like this? So when the boys bring a girl home, are you going to call them horrible? Yeah, maybe yes, maybe yes, maybe no, yes. We all have. Mark the Rosian is here. We all have to agree with everything that I'm saying. Otherwise, we can't be on the show. You have to agree. You can't be listening for some bit of new information, can you? It's likely. I rate her horribleness. Yes. And not all women are horrible all the time. Sometimes they're unbelievably delightful. That's the problem with women. They're unbelievably delightful. But I think if we're going to be here right now, we've got 27 people watching this at least, that we all agree. We all agree. This is the Lewis Schaffer Uncooked show, and there will be no discussion and no argument about this. I mean, it just has to be. I think you should have a contract. Unpacking shopping. Yes, Julie, I should have a contract. If, I mean, I don't think it's right for you to disagree with me. And if you do disagree, let's say you don't, you think maybe brushing your teeth is important. Let's say you brush your teeth and I find out you brush your teeth. I'm not going to let you be on the stream. I'm not going to let you be on the stream because I'm against brushing teeth. Let's say you have athlete's feet and you don't cut out all your carbs. Well, you can't be on this stream. I'm sorry. This doesn't sound as funny as I thought it was going to sound. It doesn't sound that funny. But I'm looking at you, Mark. I'm waving at you, Mark. Can you see me looking at and waving at you? Yeah. This is already a good show. Yes, because we all have to agree. I'm going to go further. We all have to agree with me. Don't we all? Raise your hand if you have to agree with me, my guest, and banish me, laugh out loud. Half of the stuff you say is disagreeable or frankly ludicrous. Well, I'm sorry, Noam, you cannot be on this show. You cannot be on. This is the new ruling. I've been too nice to people. And let them be on the show thinking for themselves. Let's say you're a left-wing person. I'm not saying you are, but let's say you are. Let's say you hate the Jew. Whatever. You can't be on the show. I've got to press my button. Where's my button that says cancel? I've got to practice. I've got to put that in practice. That's why, Maltese Phil, I'm doing this right now. And I'm going to we're going to have to maybe put together all the crazy, ridiculous things that I have said that you disagree with. Disagree with. Nick Skin is here. Yes, it's a good show so far, but anything could happen. Yes, it could go bad. It could go bad. You have to also sign a piece of paper that says you are going to love every moment of the Lewis Schaffer Uncooked show. There's going to be no dull, whatever it is. You're gonna have to love it. I can't have it if you're here and you want to hear. I mean, there might be bad things, but you're gonna have to love the bad things, and they can't be bad to you. David Orch is here. Where are you from, David Orch? Is this somebody new, or is it just a different day, David? I also say it when you leave, says Mr. Cuff. What do you say? Who's going to quit their full-time job in order to collate all the insane things you've said in the last 6 months? Well, exactly right, Joodles. People are going to have to sign a piece of paper saying that even though it may be insane, that even if you don't understand it, or even if you haven't heard it before, you support Lewis's point of view because because he's a 68-year-old fragile man, and he needs the support. You're going to have to give up. What I'm asking for you people to do is to give up your personalities. When I say there's no such thing as AIDS, and there's no such thing as an HIV virus, and there's no such thing as a virus, and viruses are germs, and there are no such things as germs, and germs don't make you sick, whether you believe it or not. You got to go along with it. I am cheered up. I'm cheered up because girl from Mars, beautiful girl from Mars. Okay, but you have to agree with me. Let's all play nice and sign the disclaimer. Yes. Not just it is a disclaimer. It's a form of a disclaimer, but it's also the admittance that Lewis Schaffer is right 100% of the time. Now Joe came in late. I got to repeat myself for Joe. Yeah. I got to repeat myself for Joe. And Joe disagreed with me, but she realizes that there's no happiness in this world disagreeing with me. There's no happiness. So Joe has to agree with me. Am I right about that? Claire C., read what I said above. What did Mark the Rosian say above? Alan Williams, spot on, my friend. Even though I quite like Sophie Wensler. She's beautiful, Sophie Wensler. If we are all overrun by cyborgs, and mine looked like a Tahitian Sanchez, I'd take it. Who is Tahitian Sanchez? Well, do you know what's going to happen under the new administration? Everybody's going to have a wife. You're going to have a wife. You're going to be getting laid all the time with your big wife. Okay. He has had one too many Oreos, I'm guessing again. You know what? We're going to have to stop talking like that, Noam. We got to stop. We're not going to mention. No one's going to never, ever mention Oreo ice cream sandwiches, or the fact I had a bagel today. I had a horrible New York bagel, but I toasted it and then I put some steak on it. But it's still a horrible thing. The carb situation today. Let me just tell you what it is. I weighed the same amount as I did yesterday, which is 77 kilograms, which is 4 kilograms lower than a month or two ago. Okay, so I am doing very well. You're all going to have to, based on the form. If you look at the disclaimer, you've said you're going to support me in my low carb thing. You're not going to belittle or question what I have to say. You signed the piece of paper saying that. So you look, okay? You ignore my funny reference and try to silence me. Utter foul. What did you say that was funny? I never ignore anyone's funny references. Because you know what? I had a bagel and I had a small piece of sourdough bread. That's the carb situation today. But I've only had like about 1,200 calories. 1,200 calories, because I'm trying to lose weight to be beautiful for you people. I mean, this is a bad angle. Maybe if I had an angle, maybe if it was more like this, I'd be better looking. What do you think? Would it be better if it was higher up? What do you think? Is it better that way? Is it better this way? I mean, I don't know. I'm not happy with this thing here. I'm not happy. I've just sat down and looked at the telly. That's a hairdo. It's just I didn't comb it, and I've been wearing a hat, and maybe it needs to be cut. It's not quite as great as it used to be. I used to have I have hair. Maybe it's better if I'm this way. What do you think? Is this way? Can you say? Oh, look at that! Look at that! That's happened recently. I can understand if you ladies don't want me because I'm old and ugly. Maybe I don't want you. That's not true, but you know what I mean. Jewels and 36 tiramisu. That was just a one-time thing. How could you say no to tiramisu? How could you say no to coffee cake? Sweet, delicious tiramisu. It's amazing. Okay, I've just sat down. Okay, can we mention? And I had a cornetto yesterday. No, you can't. You know what? it's painful to think about because I'm trying my best to be as low carb as I can. And I cheat. I'm a cheater. I'm a liar and a cheater. I'm a liar and a cheater. So if I call you a liar, which I never do, I never call anybody a liar. But I know you're liars. I've called you all liars. Humans are liars. I don't mean bad by it. I don't mean bad. Anyway, coffee cake is abhorrent. Madeira cakes are the best. Yeah, that's like a pound cake, isn't it, Madeira cake? I mean, it doesn't have any frosting. I like it with the lemon on top. I like it with the lemon on top. I want you, Lewis. You are not old and ugly. You're wonderful and hot. So there you go. At least Claire likes me. She will sign the paper for Lewis. I hope you will. Darkland. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. The Cornetto trilogies. I did not see that, but I don't know who Nick Frost is. I know who Simon Pegg is. Just one corn. I had one Cornetto yesterday. Yes, I did. I think I did. But I wrote down everything that I had. I wrote down everything that I had yesterday. I'm honest, and I'm expecting you to be honest. You have to admit that Lewis Schaffer is your God, and that you agree with everything that I say, and you will not disagree with me, and not mentioning the carbs. There you go. Girl from Mars says she would do me too. Okay, well there you go. We're making progress. We're making progress. But will you mention the Cornettos? You have to promise not to mention the Cornettos. That's really the whole stream since May has been totally fraudulent, telling us all what to do and not doing it yourself. You're like the Labor Party. I mean, sometimes you got to lie to people. You've got to lie. Because if you come away with thinking Lewis Schaffer is not eating any carbs, maybe you won't eat carbs and you'll be better off for it. Maybe. I mean, the problem is that Labor doesn't believe in any of that stuff. They're a bunch of lying, whatever. I like all cakes. You do. Who doesn't like any cake? Any cake. And right now, because I try not to eat cake, I'll eat any cake and enjoy it. Any cake and enjoy it. Peaches and cream. I don't even know. I actually had, and I didn't write it down. I had peaches. I found someone had thrown out little tiny little fat-free, and which I shouldn't eat, fat-free Greek yogurt with peaches. That's right, little peaches. But it was Greek yogurt. You know what I mean? It wasn't like peaches and cream, which I used to have all the time. I used to buy cans and cans of this stuff. I don't do that anymore. Can anyone recommend a Samsung Galaxy tablet? My mom wants to buy one. Buy me one for Christmas. I assume that's it. Yeah, they're very good. I don't know. Can anybody recommend this for Alan Williams? No must know. We are officially becoming a cult. I know a place we can build Lewistown. How about Lewisham? We could just right down the road. Just go to Lewisham. We won't even need to build the town. It's already built. It's in Lewisham. And I'm a ham, and it's Lewis. But the truth is, Noam, if this is a cult, we have to start agreeing with everything that Lewis said. What kind of cult do you have where you argue with Lewis Schaffer? We argue, but I will argue with you. That's what the cult leader does. You'll say something, and I'll say, prove that to me. Presidents of the United States, Peaches. Is that a song? Peaches. The truth is, here is the truth. The truth is that I don't believe anything that anybody says. And I get yelled at for that. I said to Carrie B yesterday, I don't believe you. That's not calling somebody a liar. I say, prove it to me. Prove it to me. That's what I'm saying. Prove it to me. I'm saying that to you. I'm going to say that all the time. And especially to women, because I've heard lots of lies. I will love you forever. I've heard that lie from women. And then they go, no, well, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I meant it, but you broke the terms. Whatever it is, some kind of weird stuff. I have to be honest. I do be best. I do my best to be as healthy as possible, says Mark the Rosian. But I love sitting down in a coffee shop with a homemade cake and just keep eating them till I pass out. you know what? Yes, Mark the Rosian. Who doesn't love that? Who doesn't love having Oreo cookies? You have one Oreo cookie, ice cream cookies, and then you have another one. You have two of them, and you think to yourself, I've been so bad, I'll have a third. I'll have a third. That's that's human. I'm human, but I'm still better than you. Guess that's off the list then, girl. Claire is absolutely first. I mean, it depends who gets to the flat first. It depends who knocks on my door, who's the thinnest. There's lots of considerations there. Joodles. You're on my list too. I know you said I'm not on Lewis's list. You're on my list. You're on the list. Joodles is on the list. Claire is on my list. Girl from Mars is on my list. You're on my list. Joe is on my list. Okay? We could be pioneers of in the cult industry and invent democracy. Or I'm going to launch a coup of my own because I'm not abandoning carbs. Well, you know what? I can understand you saying that. But if you love Lewis Schaffer, you're going to have to be even better than Lewis Schaffer without showing me up. I think. All right? You're going to have to be better than me. That's what we all want. You're going to have to listen to me every second. F in YouTube. F in Girl from Mars. Are you fighting with Joodles? F in, I don't know what that means. F in YouTubes. F in YouTube. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Are you going to fight over? But I do appreciate you saying that, even if you're lying to me, Lewis. And I had 15. Remember, and you're proud. You don't be proud for that. Proud for the future where you don't eat like that and you're strong. You don't eat like that. I'm trying my best. I woke up today. I weigh 77 kilograms. And that's not the lowest I've been. Remember last month, maybe a couple of weeks ago, I was 76. But do you remember when I was doing my filming work and I ate all those carbs? And carbs, they make you weigh more because they create fat. You want to get fat, you eat carbs. You don't eat meat, you eat fat. I mean, you can get fat from eating fatty food. But I'm not made anyone in my queue. Well, I'm in your queue. What about me, Mark the Rosian? Me and Girl Flowers are equally skinny. Girl from Mars are equally skinny. Yes, okay, well, there you go. There you go. You can walk around. Leanne is in my queue. All the girls are in my queue. If you love me, if you don't love me, if you don't sign the piece of paper, which I'm going to have printed up, saying all the things I believe in and saying that maybe I don't need to print all the things that I believe in. You're just going to believe it. You're going to believe it for me. There you go. Phil, YNS series. I need to look in that fast. YNS series. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you mean by that. I think not believing random information is fair enough. But when someone is opening up and feeling vulnerable, they have to be believed. No, they do not have to be believed. Maybe I could have said it nicer, but nobody has to be believed. I don't even believe you believe this. People open up and they have misinformation, and I'd like to see it for myself. There are women who I have supported in their divorce actions with men. I think men have been bad, but I also think I don't believe it. Joodles comes in and says, I am not in the queue. I'm not in the queue. I'm not in the queue. She fights it. She fights it so strongly. I don't believe her. She loves Lewis Schaffer. And that's what this is all about. It's all about giving Lewis Schaffer the love he needs because he's at a low point in his life, in his comedy career. He's got no girlfriend. His girlfriend left him. You could probably tell why. She left me. And he's at a low point with comedy. He's been fired from GB News. He's got one gig coming up in the future. He gets out of bed at about 12:15 every day. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Lewis Schaffer's only form of enjoyment is going out and picking up rubbish in the park. That's my only form of enjoyment. And fantasizing. Okay. I'm definitely not in the queue, but I might start of my own as a taster for Lewis. Okay, who's interested? You could be in love with Lewis Schaffer and you can be in love with Mr. Steve McCuff. You can do both. You can tell me you're in love with me. You can go off and have sex with Steve McCuff. Mr. Cuff, you can do that. Here's Maltese Phil. And I think that's really generous of me. I'm not at all that way. I'm not at all, you can't go see him. You can't do this. I'm 86 years. Oh, did I say I'm 86? I'm 68 years old. So I'm flexible. That's what makes me great. I'm really flexible. A couple die and they go to heaven. A couple, that means a man and a woman. They ask St. Peter's, who's guarding the thing up there in heaven for the Christians, if they can get married in heaven as they weren't on earth in St. Peter. So they want to get married, but they weren't married, but they were living together, maybe having sex. And they weren't married on earth. And St. Peter's come back 6 weeks later and says yes. And the couple ask if they can divorce. Maltese Phil says. And he says, in heaven, it took me 6 weeks to find a priest. How long do you think it will take to find a lawyer up here? How long do you think it will take to find a lawyer up here? Oh, so this is St. Peter saying, no, it's going to take me 6 weeks to find a priest. How long do you think it's going to take me to find a lawyer? It's a joke about lawyers. It's a good one. It's very good, Phil. Very good. That's what Judith says. She likes it. Why should we believe a word you say, Lewis, when you cry in front of us, yet we have no proof? Yes, you don't know why I'm crying. You don't know why I'm crying. It could be because you don't know why I'm crying. It could be a total lie. I mean, I blame lots of people for my problems, and a lot of it is not true. I don't blame, they're not to blame. I'm to blame. I blame myself for my problems. Maybe it's not true there. You shouldn't believe what I say. You should say, this is something that Lewis says. It's maybe true, may not be true. What do you think? Should you believe everything? I think that's what he's peddling there. What am I saying? Are you lonely and single? Girl from Boy says, yes, I am lonely and single. Not super lonely, but I'm not super single either. In my mind, you know what I mean? Are you horny, Lewis? I'm not. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. Aren't we all? Lewis is pimping us out. Laugh out loud, Joe. I'm just saying, let's find love in each other. In each other. Not me necessarily, but if somebody wants to love you, a couple, that means a man and a woman, Jules. Why is that so funny? I'm explaining it for our gay friends. It's just not two people. How can I be lonely when I'm here with you all? Yes, this is why we're here. It's diversion. It's a diversionary thing. It's us hanging out together, getting into arguments with each other, being disappointed in each other, thinking, oh my God, I thought Lewis was the amazing guy when I first saw him. And now I'm learning a bit too much about him, and I'm not quite as happy with him as I thought I'd be, but I like the other people. This is like what marriage is. You don't like your wife, but you want to see your kids. Or you don't like your kids, but you want to hang out with your wife. That's what marriage is. So there you go. Casual Homophobia by Lewis. How inconsiderate of me. What did I say? There was casual homophobia. Have you considered writing a spy book, Lewis? I think you would be great at it. I've considered writing everything, but I can't write. I can't do anything. This is the thing. I'm in a very bad point in my life. Does it seem I'm in a bad point in my life? Have I lied to you and told you I'm in a great point in my life? How can I be? Okay, there you go. Have a spy book. Mark, that's a girl from Mars. Okay, all lawyers go to hell. Yeah, whatever. America has a lot of lawyers. Casual homophobic. How have I been casually homophobic? No, I don't think I've been. Did I say that? I wasn't homophobic there. I'm a bit homophobic. I'm getting more and more homophobic. And I'm taking it out on the gay men that I sleep with. Now Joodles comes in and she says, "Oh, Jesus H. Christ. How long did that penny take to drop? What, that I'm lonely? That I'm lonely and sad and miserable? I'm lonely and sad and miserable. Needy and needy. I was needy as a child. I didn't get enough love and attention. And now we're coming to the end of the world. It's the end of the world, and I know it, and I feel fine. It's the end of the world. That's REM. Fantastic. I understand why you would doubt some casual fact about pesticides in Starbucks. But why don't a very personal story of someone's experience? You don't like women's stories, do you? No, I don't believe them. I don't believe most of them. They were said about me how horrible a guy I was. And I was not horrible. I was horrible in a lot of ways, bad. I was unloving, but I wasn't bad as they explained it to be. And I went to the women haters meeting, the families need fathers. Families Need Fathers meeting, founded in the 1970s or 80s by Dominic Frisby's dad. Dominic Frisby's dad. Fantastic organization. And you heard these stories by men saying what their wives had said about them. And then you heard their stories. And the lies are like unbelievable. And the truth. And the truth. I don't believe anybody's stories, men or women. Men or women, unless they strike me as being true. Even if they're crying, even if the man is crying. In my life, this is what Alan says, I've gone from having an outside loo and coal hole on the front step to asking people what Android I should get. Well, God bless Britain. Let's hope it keeps up this way. That's what I have to say to you, Alan. Can you did we get an answer for Alan? I didn't see an answer. What Android should Alan Williams buy for his aunt or whatever? Lewis would cry if he read out the words. The wheels on the bus. Well, I was there singing that song to my kids and crying and crying and crying. To say I was a bad dad, is horrific. And this is, I'm not saying women are only lying. I just say, let me see proof. Let me see proof. But if you get upset because I say that I don't believe you, then maybe you have to be questioned for the truth. I don't like crying. It hurts so much, but I do feel better afterwards. Yes, especially for women. I think it raises your oxytocin levels. It's like sex for women. It's not good for a man. It doesn't make me feel better to cry. It doesn't make me feel better to cry. I don't cry. I cry at these songs. They're also memories of a past time, even if it's only 10 or 20 years ago. Girl from Mars. That homophobia was quite a bit less casual, Noam. What homophobia did I say? What was I saying that was homophobic? Kermit is saying, hey, Claire. And Noam says to Joodles, you are telling me it's a competitive homophobe. Yeah, there's more and less homophobia going on. You're talking to Joodles. Yeah, sometimes you can be I'm not that homophobic, but I think homophobia is bad for our society, especially for women. Men need to be in there making women happy. I didn't make my wife happy. I didn't make her happy. I didn't know if you don't make a woman happy, you're not going to see your kids. I'm here keeping an eye, says Kermit, but got workmen here, so I have one ear in my headphones. Okay. Kermit, what are the workmen doing? Can they come over here? I got so much stuff I need to do. I should do it myself, but I've been in a very bad place. Do you think I'm a homophobe, Joodles? I might be. Should people be allowed to be gay? Yes, they should be allowed to be gay. Should it be out in the open? I'm not so sure. Should it be private? Perhaps. Perhaps it should be. Okay. Okay. Mark the Rosian comes in and says, Lewis, can you remember what you were doing with your life before these streams started? Um, I can't even remember these streams. I can't remember what stream Carrie B got upset with me yesterday, which I didn't want her to get upset. I wasn't saying she was a bad person. I just said I don't quite believe you. She took it to mean I think I just need proof. I don't know. What was I doing? I wasn't doing anything. That's why I did this thing. I was waiting for the phone call to come from GB News, and it wasn't coming. And okay, the phone call doesn't come, and maybe this is good advice for all of us. If the phone call doesn't come, do something else. Don't sit around blaming men for not calling you or blaming women for not calling you. Just go out and find something to do. If you'd said it, he'd have believed it, zero doubt. Vatanai. You're talking to Vatanai is here. Is he here? Did I see that? Yeah. If 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 he had said something that had happened to me, I might not have questioned it. I still might not have believed it. I might have believed it. I wouldn't have necessarily believed it. I don't believe anything. Anything. Oh, what, I'm supposed to believe some woman who says something? You need to get your autobiography out by Christmas, Lewis. Get Kermit, producer, and Grok to help. How about you do it? What are you doing out? You're looking for a computer. On the computer, do a Lewis Schaffer biography. Do a Lewis Schaffer. Maybe a Lewis Schaffer biography would be one where I ask Grok to write the biography. And then I go through it and I criticize my own biography and say, this is true, this is not true. That's actually a good idea. How about that? I'm going to write that down and never look at that again. I'm going to write that down and never look at that again. Grok, Lewis Schaffer, autobiog. Then I criticize it. How about that? What about that? I'm going to circle this. I'm going to draw a star on it. Can you see? I don't know whether you can see that. Can you see what I did? I put a little star. Write that. That's the Lewis Schaffer biography. Says Alan Williams. It's a great idea. Claire thinks it's a great idea, Alan. And Mark the Rosian's laughing at Joodles. Made me laugh, girl from Mars says. Imagine Lewis in a group of men who hate their ex-wives. Yeah. Well, you know what? I was almost a non-hater. They hated me because I was like a non-hater of women, because I saw myself in that. And then I realized I needed, let me find the book that I read. Now let me see, I can't find it. Where did it go? Where did it go? Don't go anywhere. I'm looking for this book. I don't know what I did with it. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? What did I do with it? I can't find it. I can't find it. I can't find the book. I cannot find the book. I cannot find and find. All right, so we'll look somewhere else. Somewhere else. Oh my God, I haven't looked in this. Oh, here it is. Could it be there? Could it be there? No. No. Don't go anywhere. Okay. There you go. So what I'm saying is, I can't find the book that I was looking for, which is How to Stop Your Divorce by Homer McDonald. You can Google it. I paid so much money for this book, and it was really good advice. And I would tell the other guys in the group about how that they should love their wives. And that's what I'm telling you people. I mean, I don't, but I should. Yeah, I'm in a group of men who hate their ex-wives. And I'm telling them, I've been there. I know what it's like to hate my ex-wife. No one's going to tell me that I hated my wife less than they did. I hated my full-on hated her. But then I realized, wait a second, this is not helping the situation. And I might be wrong. How angry would you be if we told you we don't believe you didn't see your kids? I wouldn't be that angry because it's like there are lots of things you don't believe about me, Joodles. People don't believe things and people lie. And I'm not, just because you don't believe me, that doesn't mean that it's not true. It doesn't take away my truth. By me saying I don't believe you doesn't take away the truth. It just says I don't believe you. So many people don't believe. They don't believe what we believe. That we believe. So many people don't believe what we believe. Are we supposed to hate them? I believe, pretty much, according to Velikovsky, that Venus exploded from Saturn and passed by the Earth, okay, and went into the Earth's solar system. That's why it's so hot. But a lot of people don't believe that. So I'm answering your question, Jules. How do you answer that? How do you answer that? You need to get your autobiography. Okay, well, let me get back. Did I miss you here? Blue Oyster Club. That's a club for men. What does that mean? Blue balls or something like that? I wouldn't be angry. No, I wouldn't be angry. So how does Joodles defend herself? I wouldn't be angry. I go, oh, you don't believe me, but it's true. It's true. Now, you could say legally it wasn't true. I didn't take her to court over this to have someone judge it. But there are many ways a woman can deny children to you. She will deny this. She might get really angry because she might get really angry. But I'm not angry. Today, it's Lewis Pity Party Day. Not really. It's not that. Standard behavior happens every day. He's not going through a bad patch. And he's not going through a bad patch, just trying to make us feel sorry for him. Now I'm angry. No, I'm so angry. I'm not angry about that. If you don't believe me, then you don't have to believe me. You do not have to believe me. Who are you? Who are you to think that you have to believe me? You're not obligated to me. Who am I to you? I'm just some schmuck off of the TV or the stream or some comedian you saw or somebody you've been introduced to. Why do we have to believe everybody? What happened with believing everybody? Here's a book that I paid money for. What really happened? I'm not even going to say the name. What really happened to that girl in a country in Iberia who died, but has never been found? I bought a book. Anyway, I don't even know why I pulled that out. But what does Judel say? I'm a little bit behind in the thing here. Happens every few days. Just take it with a pinch of carbs. Yeah, maybe it's the carbs that I've had. I don't feel bad about this. I don't feel bad, and don't worry about me. I like to remind married men that marriage isn't just a word, it's a sentence. Yeah, well, a lot of people don't know that. They don't know that, but once you're married, you have to, women always say a relationship is work, and they make it work. It's got to be work. Okay. Can we not talk about making love to Lewis, girl from Mars? Can we not talk about it? Let's keep it a secret. Let's keep it a secret. How have I answered the question? Is it upsetting to me if you said I don't believe? It would be upsetting to me, Joodles, if you don't believe me. Okay, a little bit upsetting. That's why you said it. I mean, because I'd say, well, wait a second. I don't expect people to believe me. I just expect, I don't know, blue balls. Is that like blue oyster cup? Venus. What the fuck has that got to do with hating women? It's just, we all have beliefs. If somebody says, I don't believe you believe that, okay, right. But a lot of times that happens. My friends who could not believe that I supported Donald Trump because they liked me so much. He lives somewhere in London, as far as I can tell. I live on the South Coast. There you go. Well, if you loved me, you could find me. You are awesome, Lewis. I love you so much. I need to see you every day. Okay, well, I love that you're here. And then when somebody leaves the stream, it bothers me, but it bothers me a little bit. That's true. That's true. I can't. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me a little bit. I want. You know what I mean. Relationship is work, says Mark Therosian. Women always have a job to do. Yes, they think it's a job instead of just being relaxed. But that's just the way women are. You can't fight that. I don't believe many people. They have to prove themselves to me. But if someone is opening their heart and emotions, I'll listen. And I will listen. And I'm not saying she doesn't believe that to be true. I'm not saying she doesn't believe it to be true. She does believe it to be true. But that doesn't make it true. In her mind, it's true. I'd like proof that it is true. That's what I'm saying. Lewis, keep a secret? What secret are we going to keep? Marriage is nothing but a legal contract. Do you want to know something? Darklands, I disagree with that. I disagree with that. If you could have sex with a girl and not be married to her, but women and men too, they take it seriously. They can take it anytime the your partner or whatever, the person you're with has stuff that you want or you need or you want to see. Like let's say you have kids. Whether you have a piece of paper or not, you are married to them. You're married. You're married to them. If you were telling us about your life experience, I believe you. I don't think you would feel the need to lie. Can't you afford someone else the same level of belief? Yeah, they can believe it, but I don't believe it. What do I have to believe it? Just because they believe it? How many crazy people are out there who believe that men are women or can become women? Okay? They say, you know what? I think I'm a woman. And what do you say? You say, oh, you're a woman, yes. No, you're not. You're a man. Isn't that what we believe, Antonai? People are liars. They're not always liars. Sometimes they say things that go against what we believe. That doesn't mean we don't have to believe them. A nihilist doesn't believe in anything, I think. Well, hello, John Miller. I'm a nihilist. How do you pronounce that? Nihilist. I'm a nihilist. But people lie to us, Vantanai. Do they not? So, okay, from now on, anytime a man who's wearing a dress and puts a bit of lippy on, I gotta fix my hair. This is like horrible. Anytime, just stay right there. I'm gonna fix my hair. Try not to write anything because I'm going to fix my hair. Okay. I fixed my hair. Can you see that? Do I look better? I think I look a bit better. Look at the gray hair. Look at how old I am. Anyway, so what are we saying? Okay, I don't think he thinks like that. Vantanai says, no, Monter, at least I think you shouldn't. I do not believe you, Gnome. All right, not that I don't believe you. It might be true. It sounds true, but that doesn't make it true. Oh, you're a woman. Oh, you think you're a woman. You're a woman. Oh, yes, you're a woman. I'm going to call you she from now on. No, I'm not going to do that. Or maybe I will. But I'm not going to think you're a woman. How relaxed do we think Lewis is in a relationship? I'm not relaxed. What does that come from? I'm not relaxed. I'm totally demanding and horrible and needy and horrible, and then I'll ignore you and ignore you and ignore you. And ignore you. I'm not a good boyfriend. I think you're one of those crazy people too, Lewis. I'm sorry. I am crazy. But if I sit here and I say I am not crazy, and you think I'm crazy, you go, I know you think you're not crazy, Lewis, but I think you're crazy. Am I supposed to not be your friend? No. Look at how horrible I look. I've gotten so old. I've gotten so old. It's because I've gotten thin. That's the problem. I used to be fat and look beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Claire says, Alan, I imagine that every day. What did Alan say? Way up in the thing. We'll have to explain it later. Well, even when I say something nice, Lewis is still yelling. I'm yelling. I'm screaming inside. Don't take it personally. You can take it personally if you want to take it personally. I think I made a very good point about the trans people. The trans people think that, let's say they think they're women. Let's say they think that whatever they are, let's say they think they're women. They're not women to me. Okay? But I have to say, oh, you're a woman. Oh, you're a woman. Oh, you're a woman. Oh, you're a woman. I believe you. I believe you're a woman. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not sure that hair can be redeemed with just a comb. I think it can be a little bit. A little bit. Which bright spark told Lewis the volume was too low early? Mr. Steve Cuff says, okay, sorry about that. The trans thing has nothing to do with disrespecting Caribbean. I didn't disrespect Caribbean. So if a man, okay, is saying he's a woman, and I say, you know what, I don't believe you, is that disrespecting him? Is it disrespecting me if you say to me, I don't believe you? No, it's just you're looking for more proof, more evidence, Vatanai. And I didn't disrespect Caribbean. She saw disrespect. She saw it. I didn't mean to disrespect her. I just said she was saying she had to leave her husband because her husband abused her. Abused her. What does that mean, abuse? It's a long piece of string. Is abuse. Is abuse. I'm 100% as complicated as Lewis. I bet you are. All people are. Everybody's thinking things, but I'm just going to say what I am thinking. That's the difference. How did I disrespect Caribbean? By saying I don't believe you? By saying I need some proof? I didn't even say I don't believe you. I think I said, find the thing. I know Joodles will be able to find the thing. But what did I say? I said I'd like to see some proof that he actually was horrible. Because 90% of the women are getting divorced. They're all getting divorced. My wife divorced me. You know what I mean? I can understand why she did, but she wasn't honest about it. You could say if Lewis doesn't believe or needs to see proof about something, that he's genuine self, and that's all we want from somebody, Mark the Rosian. You could say if Lewis doesn't believe or needs to see proof of something, that's his genuine self. Well, you don't even know if I'm lying now. Maybe I'm just saying this just to get you guys all worked up or something. Possibly. It's Alan Williams. It's 3 posts up. Oh, I'm on Top Chat. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm on Top Chat. Can everybody? We've been on here an hour. Can we all like this thing? Can we like this and like and subscribe? Can we do that? Can we like and subscribe? Can we like and subscribe? Can we like and subscribe? Can we go to Twitter, everybody? Are you here? Right here, Twitter. Can we like and subscribe and go to Twitter? And go to Twitter. Can we yeah, it's combed back. It's the way hair used to be back in the day, Joe. Sorry, girl. It's absolutely my business when I get suspended from work, or a woman loses her sports final, or women currently locked in prison cells with pretendy men and they're butchering kids. Yeah, it's our business. I'm with you, Joodles, 100%. And so every time you actually say to a man, you're a woman, you're promote, not you, Joodles. Anytime anybody does that, anybody says you're really a woman, you're promoting horribleness. Horribleness. I don't believe a man is a woman, says Vatanai, just because they say so. If one of you wonderful people tell me about stuff that has happened to you, I believe you. Do you believe? Do you believe, or you just keep your mouth shut? Or you just say, well, he believes that. Yeah, who cares? Just let everyone be who they want to be, not our business. It is our business. That's what Jules was answering. It is our business. When what's going on. We've painted men as horrible people. As horrible people. Full of abuse. My husband was so whatever it was. We painted men. I'm standing in a different angle here. Go here. Let's go here. I mean, I don't know. Am I making a point here? What point would you like to make? I don't believe a man is a woman. Okay, I don't believe it. I think it's okay to question. To question. I say, you know what? Prove to me. Prove to me you're a woman. Prove to me you're a woman. And if you're a woman, you wouldn't be that upset about it. But women get upset about stuff like that. Lewis, yeah, who cares? Whatever. Right, that ends it. He could be lying now just to get us worked up. I could be. I could be. I enjoy this. I enjoy working people up. Most people will say, okay, let's calm it. No. I'm not going to tell them what I'm thinking. I don't mind. I don't mind if people hate me. If people, you know what? I do mind if people hate me, but I can't hang out with people who hate me. So I want people who know the real Lewis Schaffer, anal warts and all. I want you to know what I'm all about. I would think you would want me to know what you guys are all about too. Say I'm going to be Mark Therosian's friend. I think you would want to know. I want you to know something about me. I'm a this, I'm a that. I've done this, I've done that. I think this, I think that. Are you talking to me? Yeah. Why do you ask that question? Lewis, says Claire, you're a one-off and a treasure. See, this is lovely. This is lovely. Literally, nobody believes it. They're just trying to be kind. Exactly. Nobody believes it. But I'm not trying to be kind. You're not, people, I don't, my biggest quality, I want you to think maybe he is, maybe I am kind. Maybe that's what you're thinking. Maybe I am kind, but I'm not trying to be kind. Oh, he's a lovely guy, Lewis Schaffer. He's a lovely guy. I mean, I do lots of things to be kind. Look, I hang out with black people. To be kind. That's a joke. But you're probably going to think, oh, he's a racist. What does he really believe? Steady on, Claire. Yeah, Claire gets like totally carried away, which I appreciate. And Girl from Mars says, I thought everyone was welcome here. Everyone is welcome. I can love male and female, except on the physical side. Okay. Except on the physical side. But that's me. Who said my thoughts are right and trans wrong? Storytime freaks are very rare. No, they're not that rare. They're not that rare. But Yeah, it's like on this chat. I was joking about making you sign a piece of paper saying you have to agree with me. Okay? You don't have to agree with me. But if you run away from me, well, anyway, I hope you don't run away from me. I hope you don't run away from me. Do we have to get our T's out to prove it? Just curious. No, because men can have T's with that. I'd like to see a little bit different thing. Okay. Sorry, Joe. Sorry, I was thinking dirty thoughts. My grandchildren call me Nutty Nanny. I wear the badge with pride. Yes, and as you should. As you should. Because nutty people, you could be right about lots of different things. All the things that I used to believe in. I don't believe in those things anymore. I believe in nutty. No, that's not true. I've always been nutty, but, you know, nutty things. 20 likes and 28 watching. Yeah. Go. Thank you, John Van Dam. Like it. Go to Twitter. Go to Twitter. Make sure you're on Twitter. What about Discord? Kermit isn't here, so maybe Kermit's fed up with Lewis Schaffer. No, he said he was doing the thing. See, I get paranoid. People don't like me. But thank you, John Van Dam. Yes, if you must. Okay, Joe, let's see your boobs. But that doesn't prove you're a woman. What proves you're a woman is I've been with women and they think differently from men. Generally speaking. Not always, but they think differently. Alan Williams is a thing for Michelle Dewsbury. Looks amazing tonight. Like an avatar in an adventure game. Okay, she's beautiful. There you go, Kermit. Join our Discord group. Lewis Schaffer. Come in there. Post some stuff. I saw the video that Kermit posted. It was so funny. It was really brilliant. It was so subtly done. So you could see that they weren't quite happy that the guy was gay. They were proper Americans. They were from whatever it was, or Idaho. I buy the stream of coffee. That makes me happy. Buy the stream of coffee. Donate. How about donating? Kermit says. Donate to Patreon. That makes me happy. Or PayPal. That also makes me happy. And I'm watching Lewis's mug. Are you watching it? Is the volume going up and down, or is it my... It's like because I'm moving closer and closer to the... Here's the thing. I'm moving closer and closer to this thing. I don't have earphones, so I can't tell if it's getting louder and louder. Yeah. Payment by agreement. Yeah. Volume seems fine to me, says Mr. Cuff. That's the point I'm getting at. The point I'm getting at is people believe stuff that is not true. People believe stuff that is true. I'd like to see a bit of proof. That's what I'm saying. Where the hell is Rubes? He's not been in. He was here yesterday. He was here. Oh, there you go. Has he been on? He's been slightly active on Discord. I mean, I'm bad because I chase people away. I try not to chase people away. I appreciate everybody that's here, but I sometimes give the impression that I don't care that much. And also, with a stream like this, we've been on it for 175 days. How could you be expected to watch this thing for the rest of your lives? Am I right? How could that happen? But I'm happy we're here. We're all here. You go away for a day, you come back for... Don't go away for a day. Please don't go away for a day. Please don't go away for a day. There's 20-something people on here, Lewis, and none of us can prove anything to you. No, they can't. You can't. Well, then what do you do? If I say, you know what, I don't believe you believe that. You go, well, there's nothing you can do then. That's all you can say. Am I right, Mr. Cuff? That's all you can say. You can't say anything more or anything less than that. Go. That's what happens. That's what happens. You can't say, you have to believe me because you are my friend. You have to believe me because I believe it. Well, that's why these trans people are so evil. They're evil because they're forcing people to believe stuff that is not true or that they believe is not true. I remember back in the day, he doesn't believe I'm 37. I must be lying. No, you might be younger than 37. So young, beautiful, beautiful Joe. But I'd like to see, I don't want to see proof that you're 37. You're always 37 in my eyes. But, if you didn't want me to believe you, you might have to show proof. But then again, I might not want to see any proof. So let it rest. My wife abused me horribly, says Vatanai. She stabbed me in the pee-pee. She put chili in my pants. Is that true? Is that true? I don't believe that. I mean, it might be true. Can I Google it? You know it. Anyway, so if I put my boobs on Discord, will you believe I'm a woman? No. No. I mean, to me, you strike me as a woman because I've spent a lot of time talking and listening to women, and women have a certain way of thinking. I don't even know if I could explain what it is, but I probably could if you give me enough time. There's a certain womanly way. And so if I put my boobs, okay, so the answer is no. Boobs does not make a woman a woman. Here, look. Oh, I used to be able to do that. I used to be able to push my, boobs together and feel pretty. I'm taking the piss. What piss are you taking? I miss what you're taking. Oh, you were taking the piss. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. I've had knives pulled out on me by many women, or at least 2 women they pulled knives out on me. Okay, well, thank you very much. No, girl from Mars, I believe you have a gorgeous dog, and that's enough. Yeah, that isn't enough for most women. I'm descended from foreign royalty. Do you believe that? Possibly. I don't know. Are you? And let's say you believe it. Doesn't matter. No, I don't know. No. Yes, I'm a woman. Actually, you're saying you're a woman so often that I'm having my doubts right now. But that's not going to stop me from loving you. It's not going to stop me. Lewis, I don't want to see that. What, the knives being pulled out on me? I didn't want to see it either. I got the pictures too. He's actually now feeling. Because I used to have it. I don't have it now anymore. I don't have it. I don't have boobs. I was fat and droopy. I used to be able to put a pencil underneath my breasts. Why would a nice woman threaten you with a knife? And both of them are very nice women because I got on their nerves. And they wanted to kill me. Are you telling me that women never want to kill men? It happens, and men want to kill women. It happens. I'm not saying, I saw it twice. If you could say my wife came at me with an, I'd say, okay, that's great. I'm not going to. Does it matter that it might be a blue blood? Yes. Does it matter that I might be a blue blood? Yes, because that means I'm superior to you. But there is a chance I might be. It has never been confirmed. I think nowadays people do not consider royalty as better than us. Once upon a time, maybe they did. Jews better than you? Yes, but not royalty. I wonder if you realize how lucky you are to be alive, Lewis. Do you want to know something, Joodles? I think you might be right. I've gotten myself into bad situations with people, and women are people, and men too. We're all lucky to be alive. That's what we're going to pray to God. We're going to thank God for us being alive. Aren't you lucky that you're alive, Joodles? Aren't we all lucky for that? I think we are. We're lucky to be alive. We're lucky to be alive. Basically, here's this book on that woman, that little child who disappeared. Who disappeared. And there's papers in here. What is the papers? I'm pleased that you were alive tonight, most of the time. Yeah. I'm pleased that I'm alive too. I'm pleased that you are here too, Vatanai. You add to the conversation. Mark the Rosian, same thing. Are women people? Well, I'm going to tell you something. Either they're people, or I guess we're both people, but they're not the same kind of people that men are. And men are not the same kind of people that women are. So are they people? Yes, they're people. Yes, they are people, I guess, but they're not like me. They're not like you. You know, very few women are like men. Some women can behave similarly to men, all ballsy and loud, whatever men are, some men are, and a lot of them aren't. I'm lucky that Joodles is alive, Alan Williams. Yeah, you were lucky. It's one hell of a breakthrough. But that women are people. They are people, but they're very different people than we are, than men are. Imagine if we were all the same. Yeah, I don't want to have sex with someone like me. Yuck. Yuck. We don't want Darklings. We don't want all the same. You're the sweetest thing, Alan. You see, this is the thing. Joodles is flirting with Alan. I remember once upon a time, Joodles would flirt with me, but now she like flirts with Alan all the time. All the time. What am I going to have for dinner? I waited. I got 5 bagels. I got 5 bagels. I went and I've got 5 bagels. I mean, I love bagels. I love bread. I love bread with toast, and I had some cheese. I had a bagel. I put half. I said I'm only gonna have half a bagel. So I put the beef on the bagel, and I ate it. It was delicious. It was like a bagel sandwich. It reminded me of New York. And then I said, what about the other half? And the other half I had toasted already. And I put melted cheese on it, and it was delicious. It was delicious. Joodles is probably just trying to make you jealous, Warmelian. Do you want to know something? Maybe she is. Now she will say, I am not trying to make you jealous. I am not in your queue, Lewis. But she might very well be. And I could say to her, I don't believe you. So what is she supposed to do? How could she make me believe her? She can't. Well, when you're having 5 bagels for dinner, don't even pretend you're... Well, I can't have 5 bagels because I gave my son one of the bagels. I can't pretend that. I'm not a liar. I will tell you. Every time I have carbs, I come out and I tell you. And that's the way we need to be with ourselves. I get plenty enough pleasure out of breaking his balls. Not breaking his balls, not galactics. What does that mean? You get pleasure of breaking his balls. Period. Lewis, have you ever had a crumpet? A crimpet. What's a crimpet? They are wraps. So they use wraps. Mozzarella is the best cheese for them. Yum, yum, yum. What is a crimpet? Is it a type of like low carb? There are 3 bagels. I had one. I gave my son, the producer, one. Okay, so I did. I don't eat carbs, but I'm having bread on toast for dinner with a side order of chips and spaghetti. Kermit. Yeah. Try not to eat carbs. That's all I'm saying. Try not to eat carbs. I'm actually pleased with myself that I'm maintaining my weight at 77. You look at Simon, how beautifully thin Simon from yesterday was. He was so thin. That's the way I'd like to be. I'd like to be thin. So thin, I don't need to measure every single calorie that I've taken in. I don't need to. He said crimpets. I know what a crumpet is, and I've eaten crumpets. I've sliced crumpets in half and made crumpet sandwiches, even though they're very thin that way. I do know, but he wrote crimpets. Can you see what he said? John Van Dam said, Lewis, have you ever had a crimpet? There are two eyes there. So what is it? Is it a crimpet or crumpet? No chips, just a jacket spud. Yeah, I mean, it's delicious. Am I getting you people to have carbs? This has been unintended. This has been unintended. I love chocolate croissants, says Warmellian. I love them for breakfast. But I know they are poison, and my body lets me know when I eat them. I get dreadful heartburn. Yes, it does. Look at Bill Clinton with anybody with stomach acid reflux. It's because they're eating too much carbs. Yeah, and they make you fart. They make you fart. I was watching that video which showed the woman singing, and they had a special camera, and she farted, and the fart came. It was so embarrassing. I don't know who that was, though. Luckily, I don't know who that was. Food I could gorge on: steaks. It's hard to gorge on steaks. Chips, hot chicken balti, prawn curry, coconut naan, cheese and mushroom croissant, good sausages, sourdough sandwiches with melted cheese. I don't believe you, Vatanai, because you don't gorge on steak. I mean, you enjoy steak, but you don't go, oh my God, because it doesn't set off the brain and the mitochondria the way sugar does. You can gorge on steaks, on chips. How many times have I been to the chip shop and just gorge on the chips there? Okay, how many times? How many times? Unintended consequences strike again. I'm here for a penny, and here for I don't know who you're talking to. Simon from yesterday, he never left. He never left. He was, I mean, I love having, anyway, I would like to try and gorge on beef. How can you gorge on beef? Because it doesn't have any sugar, which affects the leptins and the lectins and the whatever and the mitochondria. It doesn't affect the body to make you eat more. It's like one chip or one crisps makes you have another one. One bit of candy and you have another one. One piece of bread and you have to have another piece of bread. Carol Vorderman is in the fridge. You can gorge on her. I think she's very pretty. Steak is very different to chewy, sinewy brisket. How is it different, Joodles? Are you going to tell me about steak? I don't believe it. What are you going to say? It is different. It is different. Brisket doesn't have that much fat, but it's still good. Lewis, in your fridge. Alan wondered what it was there. Lewis, in your fridge. Alan wondered what was in there. You want me to take a picture? I'll post a picture. Maybe I'll send it out tomorrow. What is in there is I've got in the freezer has meat, but in the top part, which is the non-freezer, I've got bratwurst, I've got frankfurters, I've got all different kinds of cheeses. Not really that many cheeses, but I've got Comté cheese. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've got cheddar cheese. I've got butter. I've got ghee. I've got 2 big packages of eggs, like 30 eggs. I buy 30 eggs at a time, and that lasts me about 3 to 6 days. And then I got to go buy some more. That's what's in my fridge. and milk and cold water. And cold water, there's no carbs at all. And there's a bit of ketchup and a bit of mayo and some other minors and mustard and minor spices. Minor spices. Lewis, okay. You can gorge on anything you like the taste of. But why do you like the taste of those things? People like the taste of carbs. Not even psychologically, they're physically addicted. It's like you can gorge on certain kind of medications or drugs. Medications or drug. Why will you need to put cold water in the fridge? Is that a real question, Joodles? Because it tastes better than the water here, and you're reminding me that I should not drink tap water. I drink tap water, and it's like eating carbs. I should not drink tap water. But I drink less and less water ever since I started to eat more raw meat. And in my freezer is basically raw beef. There can be raw lamb in there. There's no raw lamb now. And butter. And there should be some beef tallow. But there is no beef tallow in there because I've got to go buy it. I got to go down to Morrison's to buy beef tallow. Can you answer my question? You missed the point. Eggs again. There's lots of eggs. There's lots of eggs. You missed the point. I did miss the point. Remember that Joodle says, eat whatever you want and get a tapeworm problem solved. Well, I've been eating whatever I want. I don't get a tapeworm. I haven't gotten a tapeworm. I also have a big bit of pepperoni. I think it's almost pepperoni. It's paprika salami. It tastes like pepper. I bought it at Lidl. It was a big loaf. It was as big as my penis. It was like this big. It was like just big and thick, and it was big. Eggs. I eat lots of eggs. I had a ribeye steak from the butcher's tonight. Just salt added. Yes. I mean, that's fancy. That's fancy, but I don't believe you have to eat that. It's too expensive. The beef that I have is 11 pounds a kilo, so that's £5.50 a pound. So it's pretty damn cheap, Lewis. Okay. So I explained what's in there. What's in there, Joe? Remember that Sean Locke skit, Cuffy? About the tapeworm. It makes me cry laughing. I don't remember that one there. What is the point? Loads of beef and going through it a hard time, really. What do you mean by that? I got loads of beef in one of the big drawers in the freezer. There's only 3 big drawers. Is all beef, maybe 50 pieces of beef. And I eat them, I defrost them, or I put them on the stove. I put them on the stove. It's not the carbs that's addictive, it's the sugar, exactly. I don't hear anyone say addicted to porridge oats. Yes, you can be addicted to that too. It's always foods with sugar and sweeteners. Porridge is sugar, it's carbs. Okay, we're going to say a prayer to everybody. You've been amazing. You've been absolutely an amazing group of people. I want to thank you for being here. Can we like this? Can we like the stream? And can we subscribe if you haven't subscribed? I don't know if we've got any new people here. I don't know if they want to hear that. Speaking of your chorizo, have you ever seen the barcode at the bottom of? I don't even know what you're getting at. In other news, July, the time cult reassembles for nightly worship. Might be in a Champions League spot. I don't know what you mean by that. Recturn of the year is the funniest thing Claudia Wickerman has ever heard. Okay, I'm doing this. Can we like the stream, everybody? And when I say like, just go over there and like the stream. I'm going to thank you, and then we're going to have a prayer. What are we praying for? What are we praying for? Does anybody know what we're praying for? We've got basically we've had a very flat line of people watching the stream, and that's good. Alan Williams, that's good. Jules, good. Mark Therosian, Mr. Cuff, Kermit, fantastic. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my craziness. Thank you. I don't usually mean to hurt anybody. I wasn't trying to hurt Carrie B. If she comes in and wants an apology from me, I'll give her an apology because I'm not trying to hurt anybody. She went through some bad times. That doesn't mean, whatever. I'm sorry she went through some bad times. She thinks her husband was bad, and maybe it makes us maybe it's easier for us to go through life thinking that we've been done wrong. It's a lot harder for us to go and think, you know what, Lewis Schaffer, was a really bad husband, or I wasn't a good enough husband, or I didn't know anything about husbandry, or maybe I'm gay. How about that one? Warmelian, thank you for being here. John Van Dam, thank you. Thank you for being here. Maltese Phil, thank you. Vatanai, thank you. Alan Williams, thank you for being here. That's what I have to say to you people. If I've forgotten to say your name, Joe, thank you for being here. Let's see who else. Who else do I need to thank? The Jedster Nixkin, thank you for being here. Girl from Mars. Who is David Arch? I don't know who he was. He came in and he left. John Miller, thank you for being here. That's what I have to say to you people. Thank you for being here. Dear Lord, if I've missed anybody's name, say at the bottom, I've missed your name. Okay? I've missed your name. Okay. Joe, thank you. Pray for patience and understanding. Okay, I will do that. Jesus, Lewis, you're the prime example of someone going through life thinking they've been done wrong. Do the rest of you people think that? I think I've been done wrong. I don't think I have been done wrong, actually. I don't know how you can see that. I don't feel that that's the case. Like, take the GB News thing. I don't blame GB News why I'm not there. Okay? I don't even blame that guy who's there. I don't blame people as much as you think that I do. I did blame why I was angry at her. And then I read a book and it said, maybe you should blame yourself. And I blamed myself. Jesus, Lewis. So that's not true, Joodles, I don't think. And now I can't be your friend because you said that to me. I'll pray for everybody. I'll pray for all of us. Deliverance from bagels. Well, which one? That's actually a good one. Daz is here. You're a bit late. We're just about saying our prayer. Okay, I'm going to pray. Dear Lord, you have placed sugar, and when I say sugar, I mean carbohydrates, anything, mostly in plants, on the earth, so that we as humans can survive cold winters. You've put them in berries and in fruits, and then you put them in grains, and you taught us how to cook those plants, to make bread and bake potatoes and rice so that we can live. But right now, you've also blessed us with so much food all over, that we don't need those plants right now. We will use them in the future. We thank you. We thank you for these plants, dear Lord. We thank you for the cake, for the biscuits, for the cookies, for the crumpets. We thank you. We thank you. But there are those of us who don't need those right now. And we need your help. We need your help. We need your help to not eat bagels. I've got 3 bagels in the other room. We all have food like that. And I want to go and eat those bagels. I want to cut it in half, put it in the toaster and toast it. And dear Lord, please give us the strength to say no to bagels. Thank you, girl from Mars. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, dear Lord, give us the strength to fight off the bagels when we don't need to eat the bagels. It will be totally appreciated. Amen. Amen. So I'm gonna leave the stream on for a bit. If I haven't said your name, Gnome Hunter, thank you for being here. Let me know. Let me know. I think this has been one of the best shows we've ever had. At least I felt it's been all right for me. Maybe you didn't feel it's been all right. What's in another? Okay, that's been great. So thank you very much. It's been ace. Thank you very much, Joodles. You have been ace. It's been very good. Mr. Cuff, Joodles, I'm probably going to miss it. I got a meeting with a local MP, so that, okay. You go for it. Best stream ever. Thank you, Daz, for being here. Thank you, every single one of you. We will see you. I don't know when we'll see you. I guess tonight at 10:30. Will we see you tonight at 10:30? I hope we will. We'll talk about something totally different, of course. Or maybe not, but I think we will. Satisfactory show today. Hopefully the later show will be even better. Joe liked it. Okay, well, I like you. Best show ever. You guys are good. I'll see you at 10:30, everybody.